Hello and welcome to another weekly video tutorial. This week I'm going to be focusing on using clear cards because I've made a couple in the past and people always seem to have questions about them. So I kind of wanted to show you about how it's really more about the mental process that goes behind it than the actual crafting. Because once you get kind of like the idea of a clear card down, you'll understand how to make them more easily. So I've already colored these in Copic markers, and these are Year of Flowers roses, and these are from Paper Tray Ink, and I've colored them with these Copics, which I'll show you right now. And I just went through and did typical Copic coloring with them. I'll do another video to show you Copic coloring sometime, but I wanted to not have this video be 25 minutes long. So I pulled out some papers that I thought would match these colors. So I have some Simply Chartreuse, some Raspberry Fizz, and Sweet Blush from Paper Tray Ink. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut out my stamped images. So I'm just going to go do that really quickly. And here we go. I have them cut out now. And this clear card is by Hero Arts, by the way. And it's just really good thick acetate. And I'm just going to arrange them on the card how I think that they'll be. So this is what I've decided on how I'm going to put my flower on the main part of the card. And I decided I'm going to have the rosebud on the inside. So what I did here is I just cut out a circle to put behind the flower. But instead of just simply matting the flower with the circle, I'm going to put it on the other side so that it covers all the adhesive. So it's nice and simple and pretty inside. So what I'm going to do with this card, and this is my best hint for working with clear cards, is I'm going to use temporary adhesive to adhere it to where I want it in place so that I can build the rest of my card around it. That way if I just change my mind a little bit later, it's fine, I can still move it. So I'm just going to grab my temporary adhesive here and put it on this side of the circle and stick it in the middle of the card and kind of just arrange it where I want it. I'm deciding whether I want it on the edge or in the middle. And I'm going to put it in the middle because I thought that I wanted it to be that way right now. So I had put it in the middle, stuck it down, and now I'm going to arrange my flower on top. And this, I mean, it's really just a really simple card, but it's about covering the adhesive and making all the layers look good together. So I've stuck these down with some foam adhesive, and now I'm just kind of curling up the leaf edges. And I use glue dots to stick down the leaves here, because glue dots just help it stick better to the acetate. So, next what I'm going to do is come up with some extra pop for this card. Because I mean, it's pretty right now, but I really want the front part to shine. So I cut out this circle with my Making Memories circle cutter, and it's just slightly larger than the light pink one. So as you can see, it's barely a 1/16 of an inch around. But the easiest way to do this, I'm going to actually have this where you write the message. But I'm going to adhere it with temporary adhesive to the front of the card first because I want to see how it will turn out. Because when the card's closed, that's what it'll look like. So I'm adhering it with temporary adhesive, and then I'm going to go back using permanent adhesive and adhere it in the correct place to the back of the card. That way everything's lined up perfectly. So I'm just going to stick that down, making sure everything is nice and flat and the fold isn't wonky. Sorry about the camera shaking. My desk was way too close to my camera setup, so it made it shake a lot. So I have now just simply re-stuck it back together using temporary adhesive, and now I'm going back with permanent adhesive on the front so that this is going to stick to the back of the front of the card. And I just put that really strong adhesive right where the flower is so that it's all covered up. And now I'm just going to peel the 2 layers apart. There we go, and rub off the extra repositional adhesive. And there we go. It's nice and pretty, it's matted, and it covers all the parts of the card so that you have a place to write your message. So now what I decided that I'm going to do, I need to incorporate this flower bud that I colored. So I cut out a piece of paper from Vintage Cream cardstock using this next smallest Nestabilities die from the one that I used in the front. I'm just going to adhere it in the middle. That's simple enough. And that's completely hidden by the front part. So now I can basically do anything I want to this white piece, and it doesn't matter, it doesn't show from the front. So I just added that little rosebud there. And now I'm going to add a sentiment. This is a Hero Art stamp set that I just got from my friend Paulina. And I was super excited to use it, so I wanted to try it out. Well, I didn't really know where I was going to put it, but I knew I wanted to use that sentiment, so I just stamped it anyway and figured I'd figure it out later. And I stamped it on some Vintage Cream cardstock with some Memento Black ink. And now I'm just going to get the corners rounded using my corner chopper. And then I decided that it really wouldn't fit on the front. So what I'm going to do, since if I put it right there where I have it right now, it would show through to the front of the card, I am going to put it on the inside like that. And I figured that was a good place just to put the sentiment, because I wanted to have the sentiment in there, but I didn't really want to mess up the front of the card. I thought it was just simple enough and beautiful in its simplicity. So I just inked the edges with Berry Sorbet ink, which is what matches the cardstock that I already had down. That's right, it's Berry Sorbet, it's not Raspberry Fizz. So I have that down, and now I have the edge inked in a coordinating color, and I'm just going to stick the sentiment down, get it all centered, and then you'll see that when I put the card back together, it's just a beautiful flower on the front that looks like it's just matted with Berry Sorbet cardstock. So there's the finished card, and I hope that I taught you some cool new techniques about working with clear cards, and I hope you give it a try soon. I'd love to see what you create. Thank you for watching!